All right, guys, how's it going? We've got CJoe and Pat here. How you guys?
What's up, juicers?
What's going on? All right, give us a second here. Sorry for the switch up today. We're running into a couple technical issues, and so figured, hey, we'll just move forward with Zoom, and we can switch back over to Twitch next time. So appreciate you guys working with us on that.
Yep. And then today it's going to be, we're thinking from here on out, there'll be shorter AMAs, not the hour and a half long ones that we were having. So we could check in with you guys more frequently. And so we think we just answer a couple high level questions, make sure that you guys are in line with what we're doing, and just make sure we do this more frequently instead of just these super long ones.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the best way to go about it. So maybe we'll propose a few ideas like after and just see like how frequently you guys would be interested in like popping in and listening to us, talk about what's going on. So and then based on how frequently we do it, we can decide like how long we want them to go.
Yep.
I think that'd be solid.
Yep, let's do it.
So we'll post that later today and get some ideas from you guys on how often you like to hear from us. Cool. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and hop in. I guess first thing is we could just go ahead and talk a little bit about what's been going on the last few weeks. So
people can hear us, right? I see one question saying we can't hear you. Can everyone else hear us? You should throw in a thumbs up or a thumbs down there in the chat. Oh, yep. It looks like Chester. Yep, you hear us fine. Okay, great. Sorry to interrupt you, Pat.
No, you're good.
Before I wanted to make sure people hear us.
All right, perfect.
I like your word.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, just let us know if there are any issues with the audio. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it looks like everyone can hear now. So yeah, let's just high level recap over the last few weeks. So obviously we've had a lot going on. So you've probably noticed a lot of it's been kind of MIA. With getting prepared for Miami and then everything following up after, it was crazy. Just craziness.
What it all entailed was we rented out the largest yacht really south of New York. So that was awesome. But as you know, or could imagine, it takes a lot of work for getting insurances, security, food, beverage, the energy drinks down there, making sure we had a couple celebrities, could fill the boat. So it took a lot of work, trying to really throw an event and make sure everything was coordinated correctly. And so it was all hands on deck for a couple weeks, making sure we got attorneys involved, contracts signed. It was an awesome experience that took up a lot of our time, but we successfully pulled it off. It was a great turnout. High level, we got the yacht. Bella Thorne was on there. Danny Thorne, her sister. Chris Cyborg, the UFC MMA fighter. She was on there. People loved the energy drinks. What else?
We also had Kendall and Kittrix on there as well playing.
If you go look at their Instagrams, they posted about it, posted about the event. Yeah, we had a Lamborghini. We met a guy out there. His nickname's Mojo. And so he's got it on his license plates. And actually, he's got a whole fleet of awesome vehicles with the license plate Mojo. And so he pulled up and he really wants to work with us. He's big into Bitcoin. And so he thinks we're potentially the perfect opportunity for him to get into Binance Smart Chain. And so we're in talks with him to see how we can collaborate with him. And really, he's potentially an investor. He has a lot of money to want to put into our project. So we'll see what happens there.
The Mojo Man himself, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Didn't you see he literally just ran into him on the street and saw his license plate said Mojo?
Yeah. So my brother-in-law, we were on our way to go pick up the banner for the event that says Mojo with the helmet. And we drove past this green Lamborghini that said Mojo on the license plate. And we thought, no way, that's insane. Okay,
It
let's
has to
go.
be fate.
It has to be. I mean, how many Mojo Lamborghinis are there in Miami or in the world? And so we went and picked up the banner, pulled around, couldn't find the guy. And so he had his Instagram handle on the Lamborghini, and my brother-in-law DM'd him and started communicating with him. And the guy loved what we were doing and came through and brought his Lamborghini, brought his brother, and they're a really wealthy couple of guys and family. So we're looking forward to working with their vehicles and bring them on as potential wells that can help us scale our project.
Yeah, no, really. I think across the board we had some cool things come out of it. A lot of good contacts made and whatnot. So, yeah, exciting. Keep sharing that content because yeah, obviously like came out with some really good contact. Shout out to Pump for getting that all put together for us. But yeah, so keep sharing that. Obviously, great exposure for Mojo. So yeah, let's keep that sharing. And if you haven't already, make sure you go and enter the contest by sharing that content. So content, or I mean the contest is up on Twitter, right?
Yep, it's on there. So yeah, the video of Bella, we want that to go viral. We want it blasted everywhere. So yeah, definitely go and retweet it, like it, comment on it, get it to hit the algorithm for Twitter.
There we go. Azina just shared that in chat. So thanks for doing that, Azina. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and let's take a look at some of the questions we've had come up. Let's see. So one of the questions we had is it possible to develop sports brands or other physical goods in the future? So that's a big yes. There's definitely a possibility with that. We actually are working on something special that I know we had some, I guess, some people in the community asking for it towards the beginning. So it's been something we've been working on the back end, and we're hoping to have that. What do you think, like in the next 30 days or
30 days.
Yeah,
and as a hint, it's something we are both going to consume on a very frequent basis. I don't think we want to share what it is exactly, or do? No,
not yet.
Okay, not yet. But anyways, we are we'll be consuming it and buying it, so we're pretty stoked for it.
Yeah, no, really cool stuff. And yeah, it actually came from a recommendation from the community early on. So yeah, hoping to announce that here in the nearest future. But yeah, that'll be one of the things that we can announce. As far as an additional physical good. But we're also hoping to have other things like merch and things like that available for sale here in the near future as well.
Yep. And the capability to go in and purchase our products are coming soon. TBD on the exact date, but that's in the works with all of the legal registrations and banking and stuff like that. So we're pretty stoked. We look like we're actually closing in on that gap. So you'll see the functionality on our website or our e-commerce site to be able to do that and purchase. I'm not gonna name off yet with which payment methods you can use, but you'll see that once it's rolled out. And I think you guys will be super stoked about it.
Definitely. All right. So then as far as how big are the influencers that Mojo will be working with after drink release? Yeah, I mean, we don't want to we're not going to drop any names or anything like that at this point, but and you guys have seen we've worked with a lot of big names in the past, and we've obviously have been able to get in touch with some big names, and so we're going to do everything we can to get the most relevant people for the products, to influence for us, you know? And I think that's the biggest thing, right? Is once we have it ready to go and, have it for sale, we'll definitely be using the right people to market that.
Yeah. And what was awesome was, you guys saw me, we got Bella Thorne. She's got over 24 million followers on Instagram, I think close to 7 million on Twitter. And the only reason I bring this back up, and with us renting out the biggest yacht in Miami, is because that really put us on the map. Now, other influencers and celebrities know, like, we're the real deal. We're serious about scaling this. And so by them seeing the kind of talent we've already worked with, now we've got their attention. Now they're really listening to us, talking to us. Now we're in the works, moving forward, just negotiating and things like that. But having that event really was a game changer for our project.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're taking it to the next level.
Yeah, it'll definitely be easier to get bigger names when we can just, send in the video from that event and just say, hey, this is the scale of things that we do, So let's see. There was a question about the fizz, which, that was
let's show it to them maybe.
Yeah, she's just gonna pop one open right now. So can't guarantee it won't happen, but the last few times I've opened them, there has not been a lot of fizz that popped out. So I think it does have to do mostly with the fact that they were getting shipped recently, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, check it out. So obviously I didn't shake it. So if you go and just like it right next to the laptop, so you're right next to it, and boom.
There we go, no fizz.
So worst case scenario, you let it sit for a couple of days. But the way we typically have them shipped over to us is they come through pellets and just a lot more secure. Well, in Miami, what we had to do was repackage them to get them sent off to a bunch of different people, which huge shout out to Zuna. He paid for it out of his own pocket to ship it out to a ton of people. Anyways, and so USPS and they're handling, well, I think you guys have seen the memes. The way they handle packages, of course it was going to explode. But a worst case scenario, you get them and you let them sit for a couple of days, a day or two at most, and they're fine. They're not going to pop or blow up on you. Oh, cheers.
There we go. Love it. I mean, definitely, if it becomes a problem, definitely something we'll make sure doesn't happen in the future. And I mean, it definitely not like the final formulation or anything like that. Like we're still working things out there on, future iterations. And so anything that does come up that becomes a problem, will be addressed for sure. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. I see somebody asked in here about can we get some stickers made? I think that's an awesome idea. We're actually working on a logo rebrand. Shout out to Crypto Hodl. He's working with us on that. So we're hoping to have that here in the next couple of days. And once we have like our refreshed logo and whatnot, at that point we can, I think it's definitely something for us to look into. I think stickers would be sweet, especially since we'll like have like merch and stuff like that available. But I think that'd be a great addition to have. So definitely something we will be looking into.
Yeah, it's easy enough. So we'll make it happen.
Yeah. And I think, man, that'd actually be a cool contest too. Like maybe have some people submit ideas for what cool stickers could look like. I think that.
I would love that.
Like a sticker contest, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think that'd be
reward
sweet.
The winners with some mojo.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Maybe we can have like contests for some sticker ideas. So be thinking about that, guys. Be thinking about some ideas you might want to see on stickers, and then we'll have the community submit ideas to us, and then maybe we'll pick the top 2 or something like that and make some stickers out of them. So
Yep, let's do
Yeah,
it. Let's
I think
make
that'd be
it
cool.
happen.
So, yeah, but we'll wait till we get the updated logo, and then we can go ahead and move forward on that. Let's see. Who dumped on us? Somebody just asked.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to look at it.
Yeah. Let's see. And then let's see, we've got one in here. Are the drinks being built to order? Are they built to order manufactured? Yeah. So what we've been doing so far has been like private label type. So we've been working with different manufacturers that they already have like different flavor palettes and stuff already created. And so we can get them the right content, and they can, create the cans and packaging and all that kind of stuff for us. So to date, that's what we've been doing. As we move up the line, we will be, or the plan is to start creating our own formulations and stuff like that. But that will obviously take a lot more time. So that's not our plan initially to get off the ground. But that is, what we're planning in the future.
And then just kind of to touch on that, I mean, any competitor that thinks they want to get into the energy drink space right now, they're way behind. I mean, right now with it being summer, they're so back ordered. Energy drink companies right now wanting to do any kind of labeling, formulation, even private label, whatever it may be. We're so much further ahead with working with these manufacturers in terms of energy drinks and getting stuff going, but they're back ordered by months. And so I know that was a concern that kind of come up, I was reading about, and all they did, our competitors, was they threw up some mock Photoshop images, which that's how you do get started, but it doesn't determine at all as to when they'll actually launch an energy drink. And so good luck to them, but there's no way they're catching up to us with what we're doing.
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree with that. Yeah, and I mean, so it looks like there are a lot of questions in here about like, cells and stuff like that. I mean, guys, end of the day, like right now, the market across the board has been on a dip. That's not just our project. We've actually, I'd say we've actually held up better than a lot of projects. I mean, I've seen some over the last few days drop by like 80, 90%. Like we're nowhere near that over the last few days. So as unfortunate as it is to have seen, some sales like we have, we're still holding up, as Azuna had showed earlier, like we're still holding the previous support. We're right around when we had Sam Pepper, work with us. So after the Sam Pepper pump, we're still holding those support levels. So, yeah, I mean, biggest thing is like, keep strong and keep sharing the word about Mojo, and that's really what we can do, right? We're working on our end to get everything pushed out with the product side and the marketing side and things like that. So we're doing what we can over here to keep that momentum going. And then on the community side, obviously the more you can do as a community to share the word about Mojo, the better that's going to do in the long term. So make sure if you haven't done it already, make sure you hop in and do that contest we've got going. Because again, like the more we can be sharing the content and more we can be sharing Mojo, obviously the better the project's going to be long term.
Yep. Yeah, and so thank you, juicers. I mean, a big part of why we've held where we're at is because you guys are holding, and that's awesome to see the faith that you guys have in what we're doing. Because a lot of other projects, I mean, their investors sold quickly and have been selling, and their prices are tanking. And to see that we've held so strong, well, obviously, you guys are holding on to it. So thanks a ton.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, no, we appreciate all you guys. Like, obviously, we wouldn't be here without you guys. So, keep holding strong, and we'll keep pushing things forward on our end, and definitely keep the recommendations coming. As we mentioned earlier, something that we're working on right now is a direct recommendation from the community from early on. So. Keep those coming. We love hearing them, and we'll implement those as much as possible whenever we see fit. So, let's see.
Up to you. I know you had more meetings about that than I did, so. But I do see one while you're thinking on that one about CBD. I think we've talked about it before. Awesome idea. We just have to make sure we tackle it correctly, make sure there's a market for it. But we're not opposed to it at all. Just if it makes sense to implement it with the energy drinks or with our products, we think it's a great idea. Just we'd have to get a little bit more versed into what CBD all entails, and make sure we're compliant with FDA and don't get ourselves in any trouble that would cause the project to tank. Really, we want to keep it on an uptrend, and so we're looking at CBD. If you got recommendations or have people that know the regulatory laws on it, but shoot us a message. Let us know, because we'd love to explore that.
Yep. So yeah, and then I guess one other thing, just so you guys are, aware of what we're working on. I know there have been a lot of questions lately about V1 versus V2. So that is something we've been actively looking at. I've personally been having a lot of conversations trying to, with different development teams and whatnot that have recently gone through a migration from V1 to V2. So it is something that we're actively looking into and trying to figure out the best strategy for. It looks like we're onto something. As far as what that timeline is going to look like, I don't have an exact timeline yet, but it does look like there's hope, and actually a lot more than hope. It looks like it's very doable. So we'll keep you guys posted on that, but overall very bullish. So, what about you, CJoe? Anything else you can think of right now that we need to go over?
No. Do we have any other questions?
Yeah. Any other questions for you guys? I would love to address anything else.
They're saying there are questions in the Discord. You guys can maybe copy and paste some of those, or Pat here's got the Discord up, so let's see what that looks like.
I'm trying to hop over there. Let's see what we got. Any question?
Let's see what chat. Oh, there we go.
This will be right here. Cool. So looking at these questions right now. Let's see. All right. Okay, so I'm seeing one right here about Safe Moon. So I mean, with Safe Moon, We are definitely open to a conversation there with them. We have reached out per recommendation of the community on a previous AMA and have not heard back at this point. Now that was not specifically about their exchange, but yeah, I mean, we're definitely open to collaborate with them, one way or another. So if anyone has any contacts and wants to make an introduction, we'd be happy to talk. Let's see. And then so as of right now, so somebody asked about are we still planning on doing buybacks in Q3? Yes, I mean that's definitely still in the plans. So we'll be working towards that, and we'll keep the community updated. When those do take place. Let's see, will that be similar? So with the CAN prototype or versus the final designs, they'll be similar for sure, but will definitely be a much more refined look for sure. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
The biggest difference on the final versions versus the ones that you guys have already seen is the final versions are going to be like shrink wrap, so they'll look a lot more like what a Bang would look like today, right? As far as packaging is concerned, opposed to the existing like labels that we have today. Let's see. So yeah, and then there's another question about where will we be selling? So initially we will not be doing like mass distribution to like CVS and 7-Eleven and places like that. It'll mostly be like D2C. So selling online and whatnot. But as we evolve, there's definitely going to be opportunity for other avenues. But it is one of those things where like I feel like it is very niche, right? Our community is very tight, and like initially, it's one of those things where I think it'll be best served like direct to consumer, mainly online and potentially on like Amazon and things like that, but definitely on our website. And then as we create more of a awareness for the product, then we can explore other places like CVS and Walmart, or CVS and like 7-Eleven and stuff like that.
Like right out of the gate, it just doesn't make sense to have our energy drink right next to the other ones trying to compete on price or whatever it is, because our energy drink is not just a drink. I mean, it's got the QR code. You can have NFTs. It's a lot more.
Mhm.
As a joke, we say it's going to be a lifestyle. It's so much more. And so for those that know, well, they'll know by from our website. We're going to be doing a lot of other collaborations with other projects and NFT platforms. But at a gas station for random people to look at, they're not going to know why our energy drink is priced so much higher than a regular Monster or Red Bull. Because again, our whole project, it's a very exclusive type drink and things like that. So it's just not a drink you're going to crack open and throw away the can.
Yeah. And that's one of the big things we've been in discussion about, right? As far as like getting into like big box stores and stuff like that, is like, if we have the codes directly on the side, or like the QR code or whatever for the NFT, then like it makes it so like anyone that just walks in could potentially just boom, scan the scan the code and and collect it right there before like actually purchasing it, which could create complications, right? So Definitely one of those things that, we'd have to be ready for. But at the current like stage, it probably wouldn't make sense with the, the current structure.
Right. Yeah, but it's just like I envision it kind of like Supreme, the brand and their t-shirts. I mean, you can't find them at J.C. Penney's. You can't find them at big box retailers. They drop on their website for a few minutes and they're out of stock, and they're highly sought after, highly valuable. And if you happen to grab a t-shirt, then you're keeping it forever, or the retail resale value of it is ridiculously high. And so that's how we envision more so the energy drink being. I mean, when you get a hold of one of these cans, it's got the QR code with NFTs, and there's a few other things we're thinking about implementing with it where it just wouldn't make sense for you to go and find it at a gas station. But again, we're not shutting off that idea. It's just we're still exploring the different methods in which we should be distributing our energy drinks, but we'll do it in the way where it makes the most sense for our target market and audience.
And I think like just the rollout, right? Like it's like maybe like on the initial rollouts, we have them be like ultra exclusive, and it's just like that's how the first few are, like the first few drops are, and then maybe like down the road we have like a more mainstream set that is more general distribution.
Yeah, we talked about having different editions, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like somebody, right as I was saying that, somebody else had posted that in chat. So I like that you guys are on the same page there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. What other thoughts or questions do we have? Are there any that you guys would like addressed before the end of the AMA? Let's see what we got. Anything that we missed here?
I think we're almost good. Discord added to website.
Cool. Yeah, we'll get that done.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize I was not done.
I thought it was already on there, but
that's it. But we'll check it out.
Yeah, we'll definitely we'll get that done today. We're also trying, as soon as we get the branding down, we're planning on getting a refreshed website as well, which will be sweet.
Right, now that we're really growing and scaling, that initial website was just to gain some traction and get us going. But now we've got to fine tune everything across the board, including our website. So we'll be working on that.
Yeah.
But and then I heard something about mass marketing. We have plans to continually get different Twitters, influencers to get the word out about us. We'll continue to run ads. We'll continue to do what we have to with our energy drinks, our website, the functionality to purchase. And so we're going night and day on this. So it's both of our full-time job right now is MoonJuice Mojo. And so we're super excited about where it's going to go and what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And so you guys, thanks for staying strong with us, and let's see this through to the end.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah. And then we'll post a questionnaire or something like that later, or probably like a poll, just seeing what the ideal time frame you guys would like to hear from us. CJoe and I, we want to be a lot as transparent as we can with the community and stuff like that, and just be front and center for you guys, so confidence stays high. So we'll see what we can do about accommodating to a more frequent AMA type of schedule, or maybe we're hopping on every day, or even maybe potentially every day for a couple minutes or something like that, Monday through Friday now, and just hopping on with you guys and doing a quick few minutes. So definitely something we're wanting to do as far as a more frequent schedule is concerned. I'm seeing questions in here about Arturo. So when I asked Art yesterday, he said he's going to be busy for the next couple of days. So that's why he's not here with us. Everyone's been like, man, Miami was so busy. So there's been a lot of like catch up everyone's been doing, just like post event, catching up on everything from beforehand and whatnot. So yeah.
So but with YouTube, we're tackling YouTube. We've had a ton of YouTubers reaching out to us about doing AMAs with them. So we're for sure looking to get influencers that are on YouTube already, work with them, do some AMAs with other projects. But yeah, be looking out for our Twitter stories and Instagram stories. We'll be rotating amongst the team to throw up different questions and polls, frequently, so you guys can engage there, ask your questions, vote and things like that. So we'll be engaged with the community a lot more in that aspect for sure.
One of the things, you guys, is if you're in other communities and you think it would make sense for us to potentially do an AMA with their community, like let us know. We're open with that. So I know I've had a few people reach out to me and like love that idea. So if you guys are in any like side communities or whatever, and they want to do an AMA with us, like we're more than happy. Or if you want to pitch it to the under that group and see if they're open to that idea, like we'd love any of those kind of things. So keep that in mind.
All right, great. Well, I think we've covered everything up until this point. I'm ready to call it a day. We're going to get back to work here. But Juicers, thanks a ton. Thanks for being here present with us on this AMA, and we'll be in touch.
Yep, we'll get that poll posted here in the next little bit. All right, guys.
Okay, bye guys. See ya.